to have a lot of groups now. So it's all about groups. Anyways, who's this? No. Woto. Wait.
Aristocrat.
Wait.
Aristocrat.
I don't believe in Woto. Wait.
Aristocrat.
Wait. You can't come up and just want to talk. We met people here. You just don't come up and want to talk, huh? Mose.
Yes, sir.
Now it's time for you to talk, please.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Thank you for wanting to listen to me. I'm not.
You don't have audio.
I don't have audio.
You don't have all day. So.
Okay. I'm just going to be brief. I don't like talking too
much. As an engineer now, talk.
Yes, sir. I don't like stories. I'm just happy that Susan and Auntie Aries is here. These are the two people that I know that has genesis of any story that you want to talk about in Justice for Mohbad. They have genesis, and everything the two of them have been saying are actually correct.
Mm-hmm.
Really. And like she said, Baba did not give Muyiwa the power of attorney. Yes, Baba never appointed Muyiwa as representative of the family. That story was not true, and it's not true. Muyiwa offered himself to assist Baba. Quote me anywhere. Muyiwa offered himself. Muyiwa offered himself to assist Baba because they are from the same village. Muyiwa is not Baba's relative. I'm very sorry. Don't be angry with me.
I'm not angry. Express yourself.
Okay. Yeah, that's my attitude. I like to express. Of course, I was the one who, and everybody started interacting with him. He started joining from one group to another, and we felt he is going to be of positive view, but unfortunately he wasn't. Even myself, he doesn't like to communicate with me again because he doesn't like hearing the truth, you know. But the number one point that Baba never appointed him, he offered himself to assist Baba because they are from the same village. And I remember there was a time Susan and Sister Aries, they actually wanted to get to the root of that matter. And of course, they had interaction with the prophetess. And the prophetess confirmed to us that Muyiwa is not a member of their family. You understand? But we felt Baba is not literate enough and he needed somebody to stand in for him. And probably Muyiwa could do that for him in a positive way. But unfortunately, he has not been doing it in the positive way, you know. Now, when Chairman came to Papariano platform and he came with his campaign and so on and so forth, I wrote some messages to Auntie Aries on our phone WhatsApp, and I just laugh that you just fall for Chairman's card like that. How are you so sure that it's not their member that has just been used or sent to come and play a card for you? And I I was so surprised that people can just fall for that card like that. And it's looking like what exactly it is now. The same way they came to play the card of Gorexi for us, and everybody fought for it. That's number 2. Like I said, I'm not going to waste more time. Number 3, if we want to get Muyiwa out of the game, I know how we can get him out of the game, and it's not what we can discuss here. Probably, maybe Aristocrats, Auntie Susie, Sister Aries, Susan, we can meet behind the door, and we will chart a course. I will explain to you how we will get Muyiwa out of the game, and then we'll bring the real people into the movement, and you see that the story is actually going to change. That's just my own take. Like I said, I don't have the spirit of much talk. So I think I've just laid down 3 things. He was not appointed by Baba. You know,
right.
Number 2.
Thank you very much.
If we want to get him out, yeah. So that's it. Thank you.
All right. Thanks. Who's going on now? Oh, Jepo has dropped. No. Aniki Shire. Aniki Shire.
Aristocrat.
Express yourself, please.
I want to express myself. Don't be angry with me. The other time, I was a little bit tense when I came in.
Don't be tense. When you come to Aristocrat's enclave, relax. You don't need to talk first. When you relax, then you can talk. You know.
You know, it's not encouraging. I don't know any group. Well, I'm not here to say anything, but I just want to let them know. Gbogbo àwọn group tí wọ́n ṣe yìí, kọ́ má jẹ́ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fún wọn ní èpè. Because me, mo group tí wọ́n ṣe tí wọ́n fẹ́ kí bàbá yìí tó fẹ́ carry justice, tó fẹ́ da gbogbo wàhálà wa dànù. Group wo ni wọ́n ṣe? Anybody that don't share group, kí wọ́n dúró di after kí lorúkọ after justice for benefits. Every one of them, they are after benefits. Come on, jẹ́ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣépè fún wọn o. Ẹ má sọ wàhálà wa di asán o. Kí ni problem yín? Ẹ ń rally round bàbá yìí. Ẹ jẹ́ gbogbo ọmọ máa sọ fún ẹ gbogbo ẹ máa ṣe gbogbo ẹ bye. Kí ni problem? What is the problem? How many group on top of what? Ọ̀tọ̀ group where ọ̀tọ̀ group B ọ̀tọ̀ group C. Kí lẹ ń ṣe group fún gan? Ẹ̀yin wo lẹ so mọ́ bàbá tẹ́ jẹ́ kí bàbá gan tẹ́ fún bàbá ní bàbá láyè kókó express ara ẹ̀ now. Kí ló dé? So many people àwọn tẹ́ pé àwọn tẹ́ enjoy yìí tó mọ́ bàbá now. Ẹni tó mọ́ bàbá yẹn gangan jẹ́ kó súnmọ́. Ẹni anti justice ni wọ́n. Kí ni problem yìí now? Which group are you people creating concept? Group tí gbogbo yín jẹ́ ẹ má ike ẹ̀jẹ̀ Mohbad bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ibi gbogbo ẹbí yín o. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́fẹ̀ kárí justice yìí o. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọmọ yìí ẹ má yẹ kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ibi ẹbí yín o. Kí ni problem yín now? Eléyìí sọmọ. Kí ló dé? At the end of the day, wọ́n ní wọ́n fẹ́ ẹni tó bá ní pé bàbá nìkan ló lè ní kéèyàn kan má ṣe kinní kan. Bàbá náà ṣe fún láyè kó béèyàn sọ̀rọ̀ ni. Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ bá bàbá sọ̀rọ̀ ń sìn, àmọ́ who is who? Kí ló dé gan náà?
Thank you very much.
Kí la gbé gan lórí ọ̀rọ̀ justice ọmọ and everybody is now fighting for their pockets. People are fighting for what's not supposed to be dragging for. Ṣé dandan ni kẹ́ so mọ́ àbá lẹ́sẹ̀ ni? Dandan ni kó mọ̀ pé mọ ẹ fẹ́ bá a lọ́ba ṣiṣẹ́ ni. Ẹ fi bàbá yìí lọ́rùn lẹ̀ now. Every day that man is depressed one way or the other. Ó ti bàbá ní bàbá ọmọ ibi tó fẹ́ kọjú sí now. tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ilé rẹ̀ àwọn ń ṣe lè tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ilé rẹ̀ àwọn ṣe lè àdẹ̀rí kankan náà ẹ má yẹ kéde Mohbad bí gbogbo yín o. I won't say more than that.
Thank you very much. Thank you for expressing yourself. And really, you made some salient contributions. I'll visit that later. Kunle Joseph, express yourself, sir. Are you there? You brought someone up. He's sleeping now. Bring someone that is awake. I beg. Who did I know? Let me call you as you came out. Fourth man.
Hello? Okay.
Hello.
Can I speak?
Go ahead.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, everyone. And good evening, Mr. Aristocrats, for giving us a platform to express ourselves. This is a very crucial topic that you just brought up because a lot of things has been going on as regards this justice for Mohbad, and we have a team, we have a camp that are obviously against the justice, which is from the other side of the fence, who militate against every effort that we take in order to organize ourselves to get justice for Mohbad. It's not just about paying lip services to wanting justice for Mohbad. We also have to be organized, just as the other camp, to are well organized to deny us justice. And as we're trying to organize, we're talking about taking the right legal steps to advance our objectives. And methods, there are different suggestions that are coming up. There are different ideas, opinions that are going to be coming up, especially from some stakeholders. We are all stakeholders anyway, but we have some people who are hosts, who are more privy to certain information and who are more close to Baba Mohbad than a lot of other people or some hosts. So this does not mean that our efforts is one person's effort is greater than the other. It only means that each and every individual is taking his or her own time, energy to do the best that they can for the struggle. So, but I still do not understand why we still fight amongst ourselves, why we are looking to get the same results. We are all gunning for the same objectives, but we differ over opinion and over the methods. But the objective remains the same. And a few days ago, I was on Paparano's platform and I brought the topic up. I said, we were all one big happy family when we started. But because of differing opinion as regards the how, the house became splitted, which is okay. But it seems that some people have taken it so personal that they are not only hell-bent on creating a fiasco or a scenario to delay or to probably even deny or to scuttle the objective, but to also take legal action against themselves because they feel offended by the actions or the utterances of the other person. And although loose words might have been said and tough words and strong words might have been hauled back and forth, I feel personally that our ego, money, fame, experience, degrees, or ability to speak the English language or not should not in any way serve as an hindrance in this justice for Mohbad. We are all equal in this fight. We have some people who do not even know how to speak English, but because of their native intelligence, they are able to come on these platforms or on different platforms to give good contribution to this justice for Mohbad movement. Some don't even have money. Some are not even well traveled. Some don't even have the experience, but they have a conscience. And they are vested in this justice for Mohbad. They want to know what comes out of it. So I was on Papa's platform. I guess Papa was not online at that point. And I raised the topic. I said, we need to come together. And we need to put all these things aside. And we need to understand that we are bound to offend each other. Because we are definitely not robots that are mass produced in a company or in a firm in which we generally have to think the same. No, we are human beings, and our opinions can be shaped by genes or environmental experience or our individualism. But as long as we are on this justice for Mohbad, we should first of all understand and respect each other's differing opinion, but find a way to which we can streamline the whole thing and work in synergy with each other towards this objective. Mohbad died in the most gruesome manner and fashion, and he was killed. And there is a brazen attempt by those who are involved in his death to spit on us and to mock us. And we need to look at the consequences of this thing if they are allowed to go, and if this case is allowed to pass without justice, and look at the bigger picture of things. You need to look at the bigger picture, the higher picture of this, because we're going to have kids, and our kids, most of us can't just have our kids in the Western world. Some of us are privileged to have our kids in the Western world. Some of us are not. And some of us who have our kids in the Western world hope and pray that someday Nigeria will get better and we can all go back home. That's for those in the Western world. So we need to build a society. Selflessness is very important. But ego is the problem. It has always been the problem with every black movement all the time. They just put their ego there. Why would you talk to me like that? Oh, I'm going to see you. Oh, I will get you. Oh, do you mean? No. We don't need to do this at this time. Right now, we should begin to see that this cause is a higher cause. Many artists have been killed in this fashion and nothing is done about it. Many artists died like chickens. Great artists. They died like this and we couldn't do anything about it. And now we have Mohbad. We had Da Green. We had Da Blix Osha. We have different kinds of artists that has died under mysterious conditions because of the government negligence or some people in power who were just so power hungry and overstepped their bounds. And the citizenry didn't do anything about it. And this is our chance. And we are here trying to put our ego at the front burner. This is not about our ego or whatever we are. It's about the higher cause, the higher picture. Let's forgive each other. I know you said something that I don't like, but I forgive you. After the justice, I can invite you to the bar. We argue, we talk, but we settle, we shake hands at the end of the day. We have to fight this fight, and we have to win. The other camp, they know so well that they are not for justice, but they are organized. Why is evil always more organized and good always more divided? All the time. All the time. The other camp are more organized. They are well structured. They have almost a herd mentality. They follow the footsteps that they put in place. Everything that the top person says or some few controllers says, is what they parrot. And they stay together. They have fights, but you can see that when they fight, they come back together again because they have maybe incentivized by money or maybe some ego or maybe some whatever incentivize them. But we are incentivized by something that is bigger than money, which is love. And out of faith, hope, and love, the most triumphant is love. So we have to forgive each other. And we have to continue, know that this fight is something that the result, either failure or success, will reverberate across the society. There are many things to say, but I'll just stop here. We have to come together because we have a common enemy and we are fighting for a common cause that is higher than our lives, higher than our ego, higher than our degrees and our influence or fame. Let's come together. Let's humble ourselves. Let's agree. Okay, you know what? I disagree with your method, but okay, I respect it. Okay, try your own way and let's see what happens. Initially, Paparano disagreed with the funds, and later he agreed with it and he contributed. That is a thumbs up for me, according to me. So please, we can disagree, but let's not. I mean, someone said it's going to, because of one or two grounds that he or she has with the GoFundMe, then she's going to take her money out, which is good. But she said, I will not only take my money out, I will also make a case for them to dismantle the GoFundMe. How bad now? Why are we always doing like this? Why are we always doing like this, black people? Why? You disagree with it. Okay, fine. Take away your money. That's okay. You can make a case that this is why I do this. Here is my reasons. Then stay away. Instead of trying to incentivize or try to encourage other people to dismantle the movement, dismantle the money. Money is needed for everything in life, either good or bad. You still need money to finance it. Okay, let me stop here. Let other people talk. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Can I speak?
Go ahead, please.
Okay, yeah, quick one. To the last speaker, you've spoken well, but I just want to try and brush up on one or two things, right? When some people are complaining or saying they want to bring down the GoFundMe, for me personally, I'm not going to blame them, because when we request for a change every time, every second, and these people are intentionally pretending as if they can't hear us, but anytime they want money, they'll come to the public and get the money. But to do what they've been advised to do, they will not beginning to tell you that, yeah, they're in control. You can't tell them what to do, how to do it. It gets people frustrated. And when you are putting so much effort into a movement, and each time they're supposed to give you the accountability, they're coming up with different style, different, that you can't even understand. It will all look like a fraud or like a tete. Do you understand? This is 7th going to 8 months that people have been on this journey. Different narrative. Baba is not aware, Baba is aware. The reason why I said the other time that let us begin to call out Baba, not to call him out in a bad way, but about this Mr. Muiwa of a person. If not, this whole movement will go wrong. Baba cannot say he's not aware of this, even though he's been manipulated or he's been brainwashed and all of that. He still needs to come and speak, or maybe not to come out to speak to us on platform, but let him do something about this. Enough of all these different groups here and there, here and there, here and there. Mr. Andy said the other time that some people, they've got access to Baba, they should have called Baba and speak to him. What about the majority who does not have access to Baba, but they are pained and they are getting angry that somebody, Mr. Muiwa, somewhere is manipulating the whole system? How would you feel when you are hammering for a change, for a new start, and someone somewhere is dictating and is manipulating the whole system? You'll be frustrated. And I ask, is Mr. Muiwa Mohbad's father? Even if Baba has given him, the right to speak to people, does it mean he can't listen or bend for the right advice? But every time, upstairs, Mr. Muiwa, downstairs, Mr. Muiwa, window, Mr. Muiwa, corridor, Mr. Muiwa. Then, if everybody is calling Mr. Muiwa, tell me something is wrong somewhere. And we need to stop all these, Baba is not aware, or Baba doesn't even know what is going on. Does that make sense? Are we the Mugus, or are we the, shall I call us now? You know, enough of all this Mr. Muiwa, this, Mr. Muiwa, that. Baba needs to come out and say, okay, as it is now, right, this is how we should do it, or that is how we should do it. If people are complaining about Mr. Muiwa, something needs to be done. So don't blame people that are complaining about, they want to, you know, scatter the GoFundMe and all of that. Because in the end, it's looking like, I don't want to be using FFM fraud. It's usually like, it's mago somewhere. It's beginning to look like mago because to come and account for this, up until now, they will tell you, is the fund. Now the fund is there. What is now keeping the old movement sluggish? Now, the next court is coming very soon. The evil plan are to keep Arifa there before that day so that it doesn't come to the court and pick up the news. The evil plan is to keep Westo in Gallo so that it doesn't come there to pick up the news. They're trying to scare people away so that people doesn't come there and pick up the news and go to that platform and speak. And I'm sure even Veron might not even turn up that day because he'll be scared of his life so that they don't pick him up. So we all can see that these people are playing games. Fine. But if we are dealing with that on a side, we shouldn't be dealing with Mr. Muiwa dictating on who to stand on justice, who not to stand on justice. He's making people going gaga. He's making people going cuckoo crazy. You know, and it's not fair if you are intentionally doing something and to you, they will just talk, nothing's going to happen. They will end up putting everything on Baba. And Baba is aware. He's the one giving someone power. Which power then give? Which power go self? Are they Obasanjo ni or are they Buhari that give people power? Power of what? Is it because the public are in full support of, you know, justice? So which one is all these, you know, mago, you know, games that they're playing because it's looking like a game now. End of the day, Baba is aware. How many of us get Baba contact? I don't even need his contact, but let him do the right thing. Let him do the right thing. Let him call Mr. Muiwa. Mr. Muiwa, the public are echoing ABC. Up until now, they've not done autopsy that they are claiming they are canvassing for. Up until now. And they'll say, don't be blaming certain people. Don't blame them. Don't blame this. What is the magic? There's no rocket. This is not a rocket science. The money is still in the GoFundMe, right? They've not taken it out to cater for all this stuff that they want to do. But they want people to be donating inside there. And they'll still come up and say, they've not done this because of money. They've not done that because of money. There's no money. There's no this. So everything is just confusing and the whole thing is just messed up. So for me, I think Baba should, we should echo. I'm not saying they should call him out in a bad way, but Baba, come and clarify this, Mr. Muiwa. People are complaining about Mr. Muiwa is not letting go of, or he's not putting light inside this tunnel. If you want Mr. Muiwa to take charge, let Mr. Muiwa alone take control and let him go and get you justice. Because enough of all this Mr. Muiwa, Nigboro, Lenkule, Lekoro is becoming too much. Oh, thank you. Let me just drop my mic there.
I say something?
Go ahead.
Can I? All right. Thank you very much.
Drop and come back. Drop, come back. They'll pick you up.
Lady Harris, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé mo lè sọ̀rọ̀?
Let me quickly talk. I've been here since now.
Okay,
We're
ẹ
taking in
sọ̀rọ̀ yín.
turns,
Ẹ jẹ́ kí
please.
mi drop, ẹ jẹ́ n drop because mo ti débi tí mò ń lọ, ẹ má bínú. Ẹ drop mi
Okay.
ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ drop.
So
Mo
okay.
padà wá later.
I just quickly want to say this too. It's just so sad that many of us are not, we're not really thinking deep about certain things. Now, I will take this. I will take my words from the last inquest. And what I want to say, you might not believe, you might believe, but it is just it is. It is what it is. You might believe or you might not believe, but let me just chip it in. Now, in the last inquest, I am this kind of person that whenever I want to get information, I know how I get it. And I try as much as possible to put myself in the shoes of that person. Now, two things, or let me just say twice, have I noticed. Now, the first one, the previous inquest, I was with Baba Mohbad. I was the one who went to pick Baba Mohbad from the house to go and see Kudi. And we had chats, we talked at length. There are questions, we talk at length. So I know, I know what it is, when it comes to the side from Baba Mohbad. And I just understand one thing, with that, let's say, with that short meeting that we had before we went to the inquest, with Baba Mohbad, the previous one, that, Baba Mohbad doesn't really have, an in-depth, or let me just say, he's been given half-baked feedback. I use the word half-baked. He's been given half-baked feedback. Now, this other inquest, I didn't go with him, but I sat with him. Now, I'm this kind of person too that I like, whenever I go to a place, I observe very well. Now, I observed something, and I observed that the man was not looking good. Now, when I asked him, I talked to him, and I don't think anybody actually did that, because definitely I sat beside him, so definitely I know, someone. I asked him myself. I asked him if there's anything wrong. He said he's fine. But looking at his face, you would have known that this man has cried. I've actually cried. When somebody cries, there's how you tell on that person's face. and also he wasn't feeling too well. So he didn't say anything. And his PA was with me. I and the PA, we usually talk. So I asked the PA, I said, what is happening to Baba? Because Baba did not tell me what is going on. But I asked him what, because this guy lives closely to Baba. So he's always with him every now and then. Then he told me that Baba Mohbad, wasn't feeling too well, and he has cried that the man has not, doesn't eat. That was that time, like he doesn't eat, and a lot of things. He talked about the fact that of the birthday party and all of that. So I asked the guy. Now there's how I threw my question to him about the GoFundMe. And like I said, this statement I'm going to make, I never wanted to say, but many people are saying, Baba this, Baba knows, Baba knows, Baba knows, Baba knows. Now, like I said, it's either you believe it or not. Now, when I, asked the guy, I was like, this GoFundMe, I know that is one of those things. I just threw this statement. And he said Baba wasn't aware of the GoFundMe, like when it was opened. When it was opened, he wasn't aware. And but we have already seen a video that Baba came out to start talking about the GoFundMe and pleading and all of those stuff. Now, this is what I want to say. I don't think, please take my word, I don't think that Baba Mohbad is being given the privilege or the right to make decisions. Now, I said something before, and I'll still say it again, that when you are, even if you are being elected or being chosen to be a representative, to be a structure or whatever, and everybody, even on TikTok, everybody, we are making decision. Courtesy demands, or it is necessary, that whatever thing that you have decided, let it be tabled in front of Baba Mohbad and let him make the decision. Let's give him the opportunity to decide what is good for himself and for the justice. Now, we can advise him. It's just like when somebody wants to buy a car, for example, and the person takes you there because you know about cars. And at the end of the day, you are not going to tell the person to buy the car that you like. You are going to advise the person. If the person said he loves this particular car, your own is to advise the person that, okay, I'm not saying you should not buy this, but this and this, this and this, this and this. So if your advice is okay to that person, if the person sees that is okay with it, definitely he makes the choice. At the end of the day, the person will not blame you for choosing for him or for giving him a wrong advice. It is now up to the person that you say, at least I gave you the advice, I told you, but you decide to choose it. That is the way it should be. So Baba Mohbad doesn't have that exclusive, opportunity or that right to make decision for himself, or let me just say for what is happening. So when anything Mr. Muyiwa comes up with, or anybody comes up with, they will just say Baba is aware, Baba knows, Baba this, Baba that. They use that name, they use his vulnerability, to make everyone believe that he's actually aware. And like I said, you cannot say that 100% everything that is happened that Baba Mohbad is actually aware. He might not be aware at the initial stage. Maybe when the step is being taken, or maybe when they sell it out to the public and they see how it is, then they now take it to him and advise him and say, okay, this is what they are doing. At that point in time, he can't say no. at that point in time, he also, maybe the way they sell the idea to him, they sell this idea in a way that, that he would not even have that time. Sometimes when you want to give somebody advice, you give them time to even ponder on it, to think about it. So when you are saying you are standing for someone as justice, and you are not giving that person that time frame to go and think about this, you just want the person to make decisions sharp, that person makes mistakes and everything becomes flop. So that was my observation, at the last inquest and everything that has been happening. So if someone close to him could say this, could know as much, but doesn't come out to talk, doesn't mean that this man actually knows 100% everything that is happening. Even if he knows, like I said, he should be given that, that opportunity to make that decision. Now, let me now say this about the group that is being formed. See, many things that people do not understand is this. Many things that people do not understand is this. Now, Bossman and, Rhyme Whispers, now, they understand, they take Mr. Muyiwa as, they see him as the structure. That is how they see him. So whatever thing they have been doing, they have been working with him. All the while, they have been working with him. Now, if you talk about maybe Paparano, or you talk about maybe Lady Harris, that they have their own group, they don't, they are not, they don't see him. When you don't see somebody as a head, and you think you can go and do your own thing, then it becomes a problem of getting that validation from that person or from anything. So the validation that Bossman is having today is because every time, or let me say one response, so every time they want to do anything, they speak to Mr. Muyiwa about it. I am telling you for a fact, it is something I have witnessed countless and countless times, even when I was contracted to be as a PRO. So I know that Bossman will not come out today and tell you this without Mr. Muyiwa being in the know, just like Jesus have said. But the problem is that why things has been in this way is because Mr. Muyiwa himself doesn't listen to anything. You can suggest something to Mr. Muyiwa like this, and at the end of the day, he will tell you, okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. No problem. He will assure you. At the end of the day, in his mind, he is not assuring you. That was one of the things that made Iyekudi to stop talking to Mr. Muyiwa, because Mr. Muyiwa doesn't listen to advice. If you see where Bossman, I'm just being fair. I'm just being fair. You might have any opinion about him, but I'm just being fair with the truth of what I have. Where you see where Bossman, they follow Mr. Muyiwa, they talk. If you see where Bossman, they follow Mr. Muyiwa, they talk. And I no go believe that in a Bossman, they talk. Like but then Bossman is able to stay. See, many of us do not have emotional intelligence. Many of us feel that it is when you quarrel with somebody, then the work should not continue. So when he talks to Mr. Muyiwa, and at the end of the day, they make sure that there's a settlement, there's a resolution, with anything they are doing. They make sure, and that is why you see that Bossman can come out today authoritatively to talk. Either any of you accept Mr. Muyiwa or not, because you don't see him as a head, you cannot have that validation to work as this justice for Mohbad is concerned. I'm saying it so that you will understand how it is working. It's just like agreeing that Tinubu is the president, saying that Mr. Obi is the president because Tinubu cheated in election or not. At the end of the day, the people that have acknowledged Tinubu as the president are the ones that will get the validation of anything they want to do. So please, let us understand how it works. Now, Mr. Muyiwa on his own, Where I have problem with him is this. Like I said, he doesn't listen. No matter the beautiful ideas, the strategies that you give to him, probably he has his own this thing. Now, have you ever asked yourself? I said today to myself that tomorrow I'm going to call him out, or maybe just talk briefly about Mr. Muyiwa. Have you ever, anyone should just think about this. Why can't Mr. Muyiwa come to Nigeria and see things for himself? Now, you are all saying Odumosu should come to Nigeria. Mr. Muyiwa, that is the so-called structure or this thing, why can't he come to Nigeria himself? At least even if for 7 months or 8 months. You can't tell me that you that is that's championing a cause, you cannot even just come for one day to come and see your brother or know the situation that you are fighting for. That is a problem. That is a big problem. So my advice is this. Nobody is saying you should not fight for justice, but let us be wise. Let us be. Me, I know what they talk. Sometimes when I come out and talk, people will say, because of this, because of that. But I know many things that Baba Mohbad is not basically aware of. But maybe later after all, they will now decide to okay, this and that. Even that of Bukky Jesse, whatever thing Bukky. So many things. And the truth is this. Mr. Muyiwa has failed, in taking responsibility of many things that people are saying against the justice for Mohbad. Now, another thing that was a problem, let me just round up with this. Another thing that was a problem is that Mr. Muyiwa is failing to take the bull by the horn. If Bukky Jesse airs today, if Bukky Jesse makes some kind of statement that is, that does not sit well with the justice for Mohbad, Mr. Muyiwa will not be able to correct her. He is being selective, to whoever that is correct. Like I said, I was saying something on that. There's another lawyer that is working with Mr. Muyiwa. There's another lawyer that is working with Mr. Muyiwa. Nobody knows that woman. And that woman is the one that sponsored Baba Mohbad down to Blekete. And this is another.
Kekran, sorry, I'm so sorry to interject you. Aristocrat, good evening, brother. How are you, sir?
So,
reason why I interject, sorry. I'm so sorry. I just want to speak to the host quick, if that's okay.
Hold on now, let me finish now. You've made me lost my line of thought. No problem. I'll rest my case.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's just an emergency. Sorry about that. Please.
Emergency. This is if it's emergency, at least you.
That's why
I'm not angry. I'm not angry, but it's okay.
I'm so sorry. Please. Aristocrat, good evening, sir. How are you? You are muted, though.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. Crown, I'm so sorry to interject you like that to make you lose your line of thought. I'm so sorry. A lot has been happening, and I just wanted to call Aristocrat attention to something right now. I don't know if it's okay to stream a live now while we are here on your platform.
Go ahead. I don't have problems.
All right.
Your thoughts are your thoughts. They are not mine. So I'm indemnified of anything you say.
Good morning, wherever you might be.
Can we all hear?
My name is Muyiwa. And then we are all here to see that
I'm so sorry about that.
Get justice, and then all the people out there, I thank you all, the family, thank you, and then we appreciate your support both in terms of prayer, financial, and then in terms of emotions that you people have been putting through for the past 7 months. We really appreciate you, and then we will continue to appreciate you, and then for our few feet soldiers out there individually We thank you for the people who are in incarcerations. We thank you. We didn't neglect anybody. So we are doing our bits at the behind, and then everything is working well, and then we pray that we're going to get justice. Well, I have just a few words to everybody who, both male and female, old and young, that is fighting the cause for this justice. Everybody, first and foremost, the family appreciates every individual effort. Everybody is important. Take note, everybody is important. Irrespective of the angle you are coming from, irrespective of where you are, irrespective of how you contributed towards this justice, every individual, you are important to this cause. So the family did not relegate anybody. The family did not whistle down on anybody. So that is what the family is preaching, that everybody that feel concerned that justice is served, it is welcome. Truly, people have been clamoring for a structure in the sense that people should come under one umbrella. So people have been discussing that with me. So when people ask me, oh, why is it that this is going this way? If we are under one umbrella, and then probably maybe things will not go the way things is going. And one or two people have called. One of them is a K-Boss man. He called. And then there's another person, Mr. Andy, he also called me too, that we should have a structure in place. And then I said, okay, no problem. I'm not a TikToker person. I'm not a Facebook person. I'm not a social media person. You know the people out there that want that you are talking to and that you are relating to. And I don't think I mean well when they said, okay, they want all the people to be in one accord. And then for me, initially I look at it that way. I don't know how is it going to be possible that people we are from different background, but since it's what that people want, I said, okay, no problem. Go and put up people that you think want justice, that probably be people who work together. And then indeed he went and then formed a group, and then he said, oh, the group have been formed, this and that. So I said, okay, no problem. So, but I later discovered that there are people that they can't just work together. There are a lot of people that probably maybe they couldn't work together, and then there's a back and forth on the part of individual. So in the course of this, we felt that we have a good intentions that, okay, since people are talking about, okay, we should come together, because divided, togetherness, we are good, about divided, we are nothing. So that was the thought of people that, okay, if we come together and things will work well. But with the way things are, people doesn't want to work together. So in that regard, I am backing out on any group henceforth, any group, because to work in harmony together. But from look of things, I don't think we are going to achieve that purpose. So because of that, I want every group that I'm part of, that they've contact me, that those group stand the sort of justice for Mohbad is still continue. Justice for individually, you can contribute towards that justice for Mohbad. So the idea of maybe people coming together as a group and then fighting for this, because I think my belief is that if we are together, we are going to be able to achieve. But since it's causing rancor, it's causing this and then we cannot work together. Every group is stand dissolve as long as I want peace to reign. So I think we are better off individually, so than the hostility of one group or this and that. So that is the main reason why I'm here. So I thanks the people who have come across in the last 7 months of this justice. We are still forging ahead for this justice. So we are not relenting until we get that justice. The main reason why I'm here is for tell every individual out there that the family is behind. The family is looking up to God. Is also looking up to the masses. That we count on your support. That we will not relent until we get justice. So please, every individual, you are free to comment, to support this cause. But as a group, henceforth, from our observations, it won't work. So that is just it. I thank you all once again. The family need your prayer, just as you have been praying, and then we pray that every individual that has been affected health-wise, in terms of people have lost their job, people have lost their sanity. There's a lot of home that have separated because of this cause. So I'm just praying that it is only God who can meet you at the point of the need, of your need. Please and please, once again, I'm begging individually, please let us stop the issue of fighting each other. We want justice for Mohbad. That boy is still lying in the morgue. Please, every individual that want true justice for this boy, let us cease fire. Let us cease talking down on individual. Please, I'm begging you. Please.
Miss Brekete, I think we've had enough.
We can only operate in that.
I think we've had enough, right? There are just questions we need to ask him. If you're gonna,
please.
No, Brekete, no, I'm losing it now. I'm sorry, I'm losing it. I'm tired of the rhetoric.
Dragging that.
Come,
Please,
please,
please let him finish.
Hold on now.
Let us have patience.
Let's be patient.
Everyone, hold on.
That is why
There's reason why I asked you to come here.
Lakata,
it is
is he live?
mind of
Is he on live?
He's live right now, yeah.
Let him continue to finish. I want to hear his last word.
There's the questions going to be asked, Kanasupo. Don't worry now. Calm down.
Right. Please, I'm begging everybody, let us stop this of dragging one another. Let us focus on the big issue, justice for Mohbad. Henceforth, I remain an individual fighting for the cause of justice. I cease myself from any group. You can reach out to me individually, and then you can contribute your quota individually. Thank you all.
All right. Number one question. Hold on, everybody.
Very good evening to
Number one question.
Sister Ryan, then we can go for the question. I'm here.
Go ahead. Thank you. Mr. Moiwa, I want to say thank you for coming out to clear the air. I hope I'm audible enough. First, I'm going to start by two so-called groups in justice for Mohbad. One is structure, the other one is the management group. Those are the two groups that came about all these talks in the past 3 days. For structure, Mr. Muiwa, you gave Osman the mandate, and I hope I'm being recorded. You gave Osman the mandate, regardless of if he you told him to go ahead and activate the structure group. When we heard about the other group, the movement group, the management group, we asked you, we spoke to you about it, and you told us there's nothing like a management group. You said, and I quote, that you were only called by somebody who added 2 other people. You thought you were on a call. So they came up to say they were a management group. The structure group decided that, okay, if that's the case, why can't we all be under one umbrella? That we all work together. From the structure group, we volunteered ourselves that we will go and meet with the management group. When we got there, they welcomed us. When talks started going back and forth, there was a cold shoulder. And it was straight up noticed that they did not want to merge. They wanted to work separate. We wanted to merge with them. Structure wanted to merge with them, but management wanted to work on their own. Now, on that Saturday, after the meeting, or before the meeting ended, we said we should meet the next day, which is a Sunday. On Sunday, when we asked you that, okay, what's going on with the meeting? When you went to the management meeting, sir, when you got there, they had a meeting behind your back saying they don't want to merge with anybody, saying they don't need your authority to do what they have to do for Justice for Mohbad. And you told us in structure, and we've been at it since yesterday. Sir, you are an Aloba. We are not. But we are fighting for the same cause. I have already said it that I'm exiting myself, and you have, how do you speak that English? You have cancelled out structure. You need to mention management and let them know too, because they are still parading themselves as the management group. And I will want to correct you on something, sir. There was no fight between structure and management. Structure did not go with a fight. Structure ain't fighting with nobody. So whatever it is they've gone to come and tell you or tell whoever they told, it is wrong. And please correct me if there is anywhere a voice note, a written text that went back and forth where there was a fight. I think you should be able to present it. If there's anything I love in my life, it's transparency. My last name is Ogunsanya, and I hold my last name in very, very, very high esteem. My elders did not ruin my last name, and I'm not going to start now. Not on something that is not particularly, within my own family per se. The reason why I'm fighting for justice for Mohbad is just so this can happen again. So we don't have an incident of Iliri Oluwa again. Yes, will it happen? Yes. But for us to be ahead so that the youth will know how to go about it. We as mothers, aunties, uncles, fathers will know what to do. That's why we're doing all this. So it is not about somebody fighting with somebody. No, that's a wrong narrative. And I'm saying it to your hearing, sir. That is totally wrong. Totally wrong. It's not about fight. Structure was not fighting with anybody. You were the one that gave the go-ahead structure. So structure must see. It does not mean we're not doing justice for Mohbad. You were the one that actually took me into that structure group. So it is a pleasure connecting with intelligent people. in the structure group. Since I've been in that group, day and night, there's no time we have not had meetings that we have not said, okay, what is the next thing? An autopsy, this, that, everything. And we make you are with us in that meeting. You have decided to cancel the structure group. Please make it known here. You are doing this. But make it known here that people need to stop parading themselves as the management group. It is not a competition. It is for sanity, accountability, like they say, all say it. And in a situation whereby you are fighting for justice and you are saying you don't need the authority of the Aloba family, that because it's public, then something is not right somewhere. Mr. Muyiwa, God bless you, sir. I told you earlier today that I don't envy you at all. Not in the shoes that you're in. Because of this one will pull you, that one will pull you. Allah will not drain me. Ogbon imo ati oye abami fi jogun fún yín. Bí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ṣe máa délẹ̀, tá máa délẹ̀ justice for Mohbad fún ìlérí tó deserve láti mẹni tó ṣe òun bó ṣe ṣe yìí tó ń gbé gbogbo wa tó wà lórí ẹ̀mí gbogbo wa. Because I tell you, you wake up, you pick your phone, you want to hear an update. We'll get to justice.
Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
much. It was a pleasure watching.
Lagata, can I ask him a question?
I think we should.
Yeah.
Can I go on?
Go ahead, aristocrat.
Good day, Mr. Famuyiwa. This is Grant Aristocrat.
Oh, no. Do you want to ask him a question?
Yes, a question.
I think he's saying that that's the last question he wants to answer.
Why now? I have to ask him a question. The lady did not ask a question. She was making a statement.
People cannot walk together.
What question do you want to ask, Mr. Can I
My
ask
question is, he said all groups stands dissolved.
you?
Everyone should work individually. Then, and he said people can reach out to him. How do we reach out to him?
Bad individually.
He can. He has a TikTok account.
He should talk about it. He needs to talk about how people can reach to him.
Fight individually.
Just saying it.
As a group.
We don't know how to reach out to him. Second question: who will be giving us information about what is going on? Since nobody knows anything except him.
It's a joke, though, to be honest. But
ask him now.
Without mentioning
Those are my two questions.
Are you correct? Personally,
to be a member of any group.
I'm
hoping to individual.
I don't even think he has the answer for that question, but
Justice for Mohbad is a must.
you know, and I don't even think I would. I just
Alagba,
because
I don't say that. I ask question.
ask him.
In terms of marriage, in terms of
We listen to him. He should listen to us.
accident,
Please, who is streaming the live? If you're streaming, you stream or let us talk now. I beg, it's getting
And
annoying
then
now. It's okay, let's talk now, please.
for us here, probably maybe for people who are going to
if you don't want to listen to it anymore, I can drop and just
So
walk away.
he cannot answer the question.
Let us finish
And I'll
it,
come back
please.
to the
Let's
question
just finish it.
No.
Don't drop it.
a must.
Brekete,
Let
he
us
cannot
finish it. Let us
answer
hear
the
what you want to say,
question.
please.
Yes.
There's reason for this.
From now on,
Everyone on the panel,
no
look,
more.
let's leave differences or arguments or
Doesn't
beef,
mean
whatever,
that
aside.
there's no group
Nobody's
cannot
forced to come for justice for
contribute
Mohbad.
quota
You know, I was called. In
justice for
fact, I
Mohbad.
received an official letter from the Aloba thanking and appreciating the fact that what our platform do and all of that, fighting for justice.
I'm not scared
And I
of
was
anybody.
called that there want to be a structure, they want
Appreciate
to
it.
bring everyone together, which obviously I mean for justice.
We are accountable.
Anyone thinking at this stage that Lagata is anti-justice, I only just gonna say God will forgive you because I am in for justice. And anywhere we can get justice, I stand positive
My
for that,
life on this,
no matter what. But Mr.
I
Muyiwa,
will never let
K-Crown was talking earlier, interjected him.
I will
But
never
Lagata, wait now. I will hold you responsible.
Never
Those two
let
questions, write them down.
that is this
In coming days, please give me answer.
down.
You get?
I don't think I'm going to speak to this man after this. I'm actually going to block him.
Set light.
Anyways.
Now you feel me, right? You feel how I'm feeling.
All right. Is it true now? So that we can go on with our business.
I think it's true. I will try and ask the question for you, Aristotle.
All right. Thank you very much. Cheers, Baba.
Yeah.
All right.
Let us stop. You can contribute positively, individually, without even going to any group. Please, I want us to be mindful that we...
K-Crown.
Jesus Christ.
Is K-Crown still there? It's gone.
It's on the platform. It's not on the platform.
Okay.
Aristocrat, I'm so sorry, and I just have to speak because I really cannot stand it anymore. I am so sorry. It's so this is a fiasco that we have got ourselves into. While this whatever was continuing, Fola the Law, I saw her comment, and she was saying she's out. It feels like we have actually been messed with. We've gone on a ride, just floating in the air for nothing. The fact that this man was appointed or whatever as the POA, I think he needs to understand the power of his words. So those of you in the comment section who felt, oh, I was like, okay, I was getting irritated. I was getting irritated because for him to come out and say what he's saying at this time, at this critical time, it just shows that it confirms what I said earlier, that we're just kids. We're acting around like fools. What is the pettiness about? What is all this crap about? Okay, there's a group, you are not part of a group. Anybody come and talk to you? Talk to you about what? So it's more like a gossip. You stay on platforms, you listen to what people have to say, and then you come up and want to respond. But the most important things, which has to do with the justice for Mohbad, which is the evidences we need for this case. You coming to give us the legal position or explain the legal position, since we never see these lawyers come to address us face to face, to know whether we're prepared, whether we have the right tools to win this case. We don't hear that. You have come out on so many occasions, if I can remember, as far as it concerns either you want to clear up some misinformation or it has to do with GoFundMe.
Anne, can you come close to your phone? You echoing.
Sorry. Can you hear me? I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Okay. So as I was saying, so he comes around for 3 occasions. The first one was when there was a story, I think it was Westo's platform, where I'm talking about where I saw him. And then I think the other one, the most times I've seen him, okay, the GoFundMe. But you've never come online to come and give us a legal position, since we don't know these lawyers, of the key issues we need to know. Where is the private investigator? Where is the autopsy? Where are we at with this case? And you tell people who have invested their emotions for 7 months that there's no group. It's more like saying you are out. They can reach you. So how Mr. Muyiwa can explain to us how 1,000 people will be calling him to ask for information. The GoFundMe came up. When we were saying no to the GoFundMe, they said, oh no, you are anti-justice. We said, okay, fine. We were saying no because we need to know what is the structure, what is the accountability, what is this GoFundMe going to take care of? We were told Chairman and Crunch Queen were the ones, okay, yeah, they're going to give us accountability. They're going to tell us what the funds has been done. That has gone silent. Nobody's talking about the Access Bank and all of that. That's fine. And now there is a GoFundMe that they have been hammering everywhere. GoFundMe, GoFundMe. We need, on the key points of that GoFundMe, is private investigator, is autopsy, is toxicology, is legal fees. Mr. Muyiwa could not come out here to address everybody to say, okay, I'm presenting to you that we have a new son. This is his name, blah, blah, blah. This is what he's covering. And this is what the funds, this is how much we have. And this is what our expenses are. And this is what we're doing. Whatever, call it an update. And you come out here on some particular person's platform, not even a TikTok, your own TikTok account. You are basically saying you are just
indirectly saying I'm not really in justice. Don't come to me for anything, is what he's really saying. You created a mess at the center of these groups for whatever reason. Yes, you said you had this group for unity or whatever. It's not working. You created a division. You created a chaos. And you need to be responsible enough to say, you know what? I created this. I'm going to either I say I set up a structure, or the structure should be a legal team, a PRO that can come and talk to everybody, tell us where we are, and get the job done. Nobody cares about any group. What we care about is that there's a legal structure that is going to take us to win this battle. And what is it? Evidence. Not to sound a chief judge, a barrister, or a sitting clerk. The key pivotal questions we've been asking, we don't have that. We don't have those answers. And there is this sketchy, hanky-panky story going on with Tarifa. And coroner inquest is what? Today is what? Today is the 24th of April, because it's 1 o'clock here in the UK. It's the 24th of April, and we have inquest in what, 3 weeks or thereabout? And you cannot come out to tell us any update as to what we need to expect, what we have done, what is the groundwork that has been done. Wow, what a shame. What a disgrace. And I'm officially out. Thank you. I'm out of the justice, because this is a mess. You've messed up with so many people's mental health. What is this? If you knew you could not do the job, you should have stepped aside. Nobody needs to see anybody, not even you, whatever is your name. We just need to have a proper legal structure. You pay the Sun 25 million naira, and the Sun cannot even come out to tell us or address people or come out with a press release to tell us where we are. Even Baba Mohbad's name is being dragged on all the blogs and all the stories that are coming up. None of you care. Even you that you call him your supposed fake brother, whatever you call him, or cousin that you're trying to make believe brother, make believe cousin, whatever you call him. And you cannot, the lawyer or son, whatever it is, cannot put out a press release to clear his name, to address the misrepresentation on all other blogs, Instagram and whatnot. I am ashamed. I am totally ashamed. It's a pity Ileyoluwa Aloba Promise came out from such a family. It's a shame. I am completely ashamed. And I'm out. Completely out. Thank you.
Okay, can I take turn, or you want to say something?
Graham, please let me say something, please.
All right, no problem.
Aristocrat, thank you for giving me opportunity again. I greet everybody once again. You know what I foresee about this is, I will say, the heart of man is desperately wicked. This is nothing but wickedness. Because with what Mr. Muiwa said tonight, telling us that he's opting out of group should be dissolved. If I may ask them question, no. Who instructed them to even have group? All this group of 18, who called them? Who? Now this is what they want to do for Baba Mohbad, right? They want to push that man to one stage that the man will not be able to know where to go anymore. That everybody is saying, I'm opt out now. I want to opt out now. Mohbad blood will judge all of you. Every one of you. Every one of you. That you are tormenting people's emotion. If they ask, you will be at the front wall. You will say you are the one being in the front. You know more than everybody. You are in this group. You are in that group. You will tell us for free. You will tell us individual. You will tell us in this one. You will do this one for us. God will judge all of us. Because this is out of wickedness. So many people want to help this man. They don't give this man. They don't give him the chance to move to people. You surrounded him as if you want to help him. Now this is where you want to stop the man. Now. People should have fear of God now. You don't think of people's emotion. You don't think of people, what people have lost. Kilo de Ghana. Once you see compulsory that you push, you say you want to be with Baba Alobani. And that's Baba you debited today by. People are now saying I want to opt out too. I want to opt out. This one say I want to opt out. This one say I want to opt out. God will judge every one of us, even me that I'm talking. If truly we are fighting for this justice, if truly you know that this justice, we are fighting this cause because of our children, even unborn children coming, God will judge all of us according to how we contribute into this justice. Accountability group. Kinikon group. Kinikon group. Kilo de. Then we talk on the group. We don't know the result of the group. Now, if they dissolve the group now, what will happen to Baba Aloba? How do we which way forward? How do you want the man to move forward? Which way? Where are you dropping the man? People that have foreseen what this kind of a thing is going to happen, when they talk, people will go and talk behind them that they are this, that they are that. They don't want justice. They don't want this one. We have too much of conspiracy. We have too much of anti-justice. But you that you are moving, you are rallying around this man. Did you search yourself? Are you doing it for benefit? Are you doing it because you see something that you are trapping this man inside that? Don't worry, Baba. After justice, this is what is going to come out. You know, I've spent too much of time. I did not even have time for my children again. No, after the justice, don't forget me. Is that what you are rallying around Aloba for? De beru People lost they lost their sleeping. I've heard in this justice, some people lost their job. I saw some people are contributing with both day and night and even with their money. But you people don't want to look at that. Only your own. And it all come with your selfish interest. Whoever that want to screen record and call me, I don't care this time around. I don't care. Tabati saucy be amaku, tabade so amaku noni. Why are you tormenting people? Why are you tormenting people's emotion? If you don't want to help this man from day one, why did you rally him? Why did you say you want to help him out? Which condition do you put this man now? Just ask yourself. Condition will left Baba not sensing. All I know is every one of us, I'm a Jeresha. That one is not a curse. We all reap whatever we sow concerning this justice. Let your conscience judge you. Let your heart judge you. I rest my case. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, Aniki Shai. Thank you. Who goes next?
All right, let me just quickly say.
Good. Okay. You need to go. Go ahead.
Okay.
Give me a voice. Not you,
Good
Prince.
morning.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, good morning, Madam.
At this point, number one, I don't know why they are creating a lot of group. This is the problem. This is the result of creating a lot of group. Actually, I don't want to talk much because I'm totally down now. What is next thing to do? Can we go and bury? I'm really down. I pity the man. All of us were driving the man. Look where we drop him. If the case may be, what is the next thing to do now? Can we use that money and go and bury the Oluwa and leave Baba Mohbad alone? Because I'm tired. I don't know why people are fighting. Fighting here since 3 days, here. Why we don't have patience to it? Why we don't have patience for each other? At this point, me, I will never leave Baba Mohbad. I will never leave that man. I still stand with him. But what is next thing to do? Please, I can't talk much because I'm too emotional now.
Well, understandable. Thank you very much. Next, Prince. Yeah,
All right.
Vano.
Okay, thank you very much. I said this thing before. I've been crying out. I've been saying all of these things before. And permit me to say, Yekudi said all of these things too. There is something that many of us need to understand, that until you live with someone, or until you have, you work with someone, you can never tell who they really are. You can never tell who they really are until you have, you have a dealings with them. That is when you will know who they are really. Now, this is it. Mr. Muyiwa is a very smart man, and he only said he's dissolving the group. He said he's exiting himself out of the group. Now, I don't think he said he's not going to fight for justice for Mohbad. It is just a group. Now, that is to tell you that one way or the other, he is still there. He's only saving his head out of all of this mess. Let's just get that clue. He's only saving himself out of those mess. He wants to get out of all of these things, that is all of this brouhaha. However, he is still there, because the reason why I said he's still there is because if you want to opt out of a group and you want to stand out, you are going to use your platform to announce that standout. Not that you go to another person's platform and come and be talking that you're out of a group. No. That is number one. That is where I get that clue from. And I agree, and I believe that it is just format, as far as I'm concerned. It is just format. Now, he's exiting himself out of the group. Does it mean that the people who formulated that group, or the person that he told to go and form that group, they will stop talking to him? No. Does it mean that they will stop talking to him in group? No. It doesn't mean like that. But he's just trying to removing himself out of anything that will cause any embarrassment or anything that will pull him down or whatsoever. So I think we should just get that right. And another thing is this: please let everyone be wise. I pray for wisdom in going on this journey. There was a time I said that I was opting out, and I meant it. Now that I'm talking about this, because I am just trying my best. I'm just like someone that is, trying to go about, in making many people see the reality of what is going on. Just make them understand the reality that is going on. So please, let not, even if Mr. Muyiwa says today or announced today that he is no longer doing, which he has not announced, but we should not just insinuate that he's leaving. No, he's only said groups. The base of the discussion is group. Let us not assume or insinuate anything. Now, the thing is this.
Hold on, Prince. I do not think, and okay, I want everyone in the comment section to either say yes or no to the question I'm going to pose. Do you think Mr. Ifamuyiwa, the summary of what he said was that he's pulling out of justice for Mohbad? Yes or no? Comment section. Yeah, no? Good. Therefore, Mr. Prince, no one thought he was pulling out. So I don't think anyone is thinking of that. When everyone, gives their opinion, I will give my own opinion. But no one thought he's pulling out. What he said that all groups stands dissolved. That is all he said. And everyone should talk to him directly, individually. That was his message. I believe that is what every other person heard. Maybe you are hearing something else.
No, I'm responding to what
Don't respond to them. Speak what you know. Don't respond to anybody.
No. I'm not responding to them, but it's just based on Anna Suko and the other lady have,
No. Don't misquote them. Okay. Do not misquote them. They heard what he said.
Okay.
He's pulling out or not pulling out. Before you came here, many people said because of all this hula baloo, they don't want him, let him step aside. So if he had announced he's stepping aside, I will expect them to be clapping. But that is not what happened. So we will not go there yet. So, but finish your conclusion, please.
All right. I'm actually done. Thank you very much for clarification.
Thank you. Who goes next? Yog Dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aristocrat.
Yes, sir.
Man. It is well. Then
let me ask you a quick question. Let me ask you a quick question.
Yeah, boss.
What really is the significance of these groups?
Nothing.
In the public, what is the percentage of this group? Second question. Third question. How has the public made use of these groups, in your own opinion? Those three questions.
Okay, first of all, let me say, me, I don't say anything in this group. Light. And what percentage the public have made use of this group? I don't even know any group was existing. I don't know any group was existing. Not until today that I'm hearing that there's a group, one group, there's another group that they are trying to merge. And the question is this: for crying out loud, all this maintenance group, overstructures group is for what?
Management group.
Management group.
Clearing and forwarding
Timothy's
group.
case. How many groups did the family had before they got justice? Kilo power now. Kini bubuli kati. I don't know. See, for me, I just they laugh as the man they talk. I just they laugh. And I'm reading some comment, I'm surprised. Why will you opt out because somebody dissolve a group? Why? Did you come to justice for mobile because of group? Because of structure? Or the other one about a group, a maintenance group, a managerial
management group. Management.
Dead body will manage. What do all these ones now? Crying out loud. We should
happen now.
We shouldn't go that route. He has made a mistake by creating Group A, Group B. He has realized his mistake. He has come out, whether he came out in Molwe or in Danfo, he has made an announcement that all the group sounds dissolved. Let everybody join the concerned citizen. Pam. For me, I don't know group or no group. I don't know. I know here, but this thing is so funny. Now, if they have the problem I even have in the first place. Now, if group, imagine group, so Group A and Group D, they cannot even unite and even work together. Imagine, I was listening to what the man was saying, and I was asking myself a question. What could have been the issue between this Group A and Group B that they cannot agree and unanimously come under one umbrella if they have the same agenda? They not come on that and for me, I'm always against group. I don't support any group. What I know is Aloba. So any group aside Aloba, I don't know. And I no support any group. And you see what group normally costs. This is it. How do you want to? You have over millions of people that are seeing justice for Mohbad every time. And you want to erect group. How is it going to work? How is it going to work? How is it going to work? And for me, if he dissolved the group, and because he dissolved the group, and everybody say, I'm backing him. Now I ask myself a question. Did you join the Justice for Mohbad because you wanted to be assigned to a group? No, now. You did not join because you wanted to be assigned to a group. All this thing that is happening, the boy is just 26-year-old. 26-year-old boy ni Mohbad yo.
All right, Yogdad. Another question for you. Now, Mr. Famuyiwa said, let every individual come to him. Now, the question that is on my mind is, how can every individual go to Mr. Famuyiwa if they have any concern or want to get information? Is he ready to give out his contact to everyone or share his social media platform and everybody sends in their inquest or request to him, inquiries to him, and he will answer everything? So how do you think that will work?
Before your daddy can answer this question, Arisoko, can I ask you?
Don't ask me. After I ask him, you ask me. Oh yeah, your dad.
Okay, now thank you very much for that your question. And I don't want to put myself in Muyiwa's shoes at all. Because for me, I would have just if I was able to advise, if I was the one that wrote that speech for him, I would have just come and tell him that every group A and group B stands dissolved, case closed. Not saying that if they want to reach you, then everybody should be coming to. How many people you want to attend to?
Yes.
So
how many people?
There are some things that you're saying that is not achievable.
It's not practicable.
That point is not practicable, and that's the fact. It's not practicable.
Can I just make the point here, York? Aristo, can I make a point here? I'm
Alpha.
Right. I want to clear up something here. Okay. I'm controlling myself. I'm trying not to be upset.
You're far from your mic, your phone.
Okay, I'm trying not to be. Can you people hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay,
yes,
I'm trying not to be upset. I'm holding myself, and I think I've calmed down somewhat. But
Did you drink water?
Let me make it clear.
Did you drink water?
I did, of course. I did.
Please leave my partner alone, okay? Go ahead, Mama.
You want to come down because I'll drop now. I'm that pissed. I'll drop now.
Oh, yeah.
Calm down now.
Did you drink water? Once you've drank water, it's okay. Then talk to us. You were upset the other time. I don't want to be upset again. Okay, you went to drink the water. See me. I have my water. Drink water. Love by Faith, you said you wanted to ask Young Dad.
Yes, I want to know you. I want to ask you Arisoko a question.
No. I'm not going to answer question. I want people to talk. Everybody, you will ask me question later, not now. I want everyone.
Okay, hold on, mommy. Mommy, hold on.
Mommy,
hold on. Mommy, hold on. Mommy, hold on. The question I wanted to ask, let me ask this question. Maybe Young Dad. It's a straightforward question, and if Young Daddy or BB
straightforward, you should know the answer.
BB will be BB and Young Daddy. For we the women, we say how it is. We don't back down. Okay, I wasn't here, but according to you, they said that you Arisoko.
Okay.
You
Who said so?
aristocrat. They said that Muiwa came on and said that all groups should be dissolved. Is that right?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Okay. Okay. Before he wasn't in existence, before we never even knew the name Muiwa, everybody was on their own platform fighting for justice for Mohbad, including myself.
Correct.
When he wasn't even in existence.
He's not talking about TikTok group. He's not talking about TikTok group.
Okay, I'm coming.
Let her go on with
I'm coming.
Stance,
He's telling us that we should go to him one by one. Number one, it doesn't make sense. Number two, officially ending or breaking up the group. My question here to him, what was the group about? Number one, why we didn't know that this group was in existence? That's number two. And now York Daddy and BB, let me ask you guys, this Muiwa guy, I'm gonna say how it is. Do you think in your own thinking or your own mind, is it really for justice for his nephew? That's my question. That's my last question.
Okay.
Okay. Mute.
Let me answer to my best of knowledge and ability. And this is me. First of all, when Mr. Muiwa, let me correct it. Mr. Muiwa was never on this platform. The stream, Mr. Muiwa was on Rain Whispers platform, and the stream, him here. That is point one. That's why aristocrat's question was not able to be asked directly. Now, this is it. If he mentioned two names, I don't know, maybe anybody took note, that these two individuals called him. So I believe the creator or the people that had the idea of this group thing was, according to Muiwa, was Andy and Bossman. Now, in his statements, he never said when this group started functioning. As a matter of fact, we on TikTok, we did not know that any group has started working. You understand? So he is just telling us now, the group that we did not even know anything about. That means they've started, but we did not even feel I don't know. Maybe I'm correct, maybe I'm wrong.
They've been having meetings.
Okay.
They've been operating, but we don't know them.
They've been operating
somehow, but we don't know them. Yes.
But I'm glad that Auntie Detola was able to speak, and they brought her into the group.
That is Aduke, right?
No, Detola.
Yeah, that is Aduke.
Yeah. They brought her to the group. Fine. Now, my own take is this, and this is where I continue to stand. There is nothing any group want to say that this TikTok platform have not said from September till date. And I stand to be corrected. There is nothing any group wants to say that has not been said. Now, group that was created by you, Mr. Muiwa, maybe he doesn't know how to even go about this thing. Maybe that's why he's having an issue. And it's not compulsory. You could have 2-3 people that if you want to pass information to, you tell them. You have the one you have the Justice for Mohbad is not only on TikTok. You have on Instagram, you have on it's coming up on Twitter, it's on Facebook, Simple. There's a way you can walk around it. You mustn't name. I said me the I've said it on this platform. What's this title? I've said it. Title that we are saying is the one that we had the other time is board of trustees. Now we have structure and management. Okay? For me, Mr. Muyiwa, to answer your last question, Mr. Muyiwa is, according to Baba, is his brother. And he has given his brother the power of Anthony. If you're asking me whether he's for justice, I don't know. But now their family, Mohbad belong to. The one way we feel do, we go do them. The one way me if you do, make I not talk for everybody now. The one way me if you do, me go do them. Now them get their cap. Now them go wear them.
Thank you.
So only love by faith. It gets where you go fit carry person matter reach. May you no come they cry more than they bereaved. If they say this is how they want it, that is how they want it. But my point is this one I'm standing on. If any group stands dissolved, and because of that group, people are now saying, people that were in that, me I don't know, because I was writing on the comment section when I was in Ryan Whisper before they blocked me, that they should list the names of this group of people. So that anybody that now say is opting out will now be looking at the person. You know, because of title you join Justice for Mohbad now. If that was a group, no dig, come back to your normal listening. Most still continue to drag people. Where would they drag? It is not an issue.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can I ask question, please? Can I ask
BB? Aisha, please allow someone that have not spoken today.
When did you turn me to Aisha?
Sorry, Aniki Shaya. Allow someone that has not spoken today to speak.
After him, please. I just want to ask
BB.
that the question. No problem.
BB.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, sir. As a matter of fact, I was at the comment section on Rain Whisper platform when Mr. Muyiwa was asked to address them. But what pains me was she did not allow him to take questions. Immediately, Detola Aduke finished talking. She asked him to drop down. And I believe she knows there are a lot of questions in people's mind. And myself, I jot down some questions I want to ask him. But she only allowed Aduke to respond to him. Now, I would have wished the lady Anne that spoke passionately, emotionally, I would have hoped she stay here.
She's listening.
In fact, I will encourage every single soul who loves Mohbad for who he is, who felt the pain of his life being shut down or cut off, not to back up on this journey of seeking justice for him. This is not the time to back off at all. You have started a good race. Bring it to an expected end. You backing up in fighting for this cause of justice is not the option. And it is not in the best interest This is what they want on the other side. Anytime they heard one person announce his backing off, they are happy on the other camp. Yes, they are. But our encouragement should come. Thank you. Our encouragement should come from the last inquest. I want to even leave Mr. Miwa. I will come back to him because I did not even, with the greatest of respect to him, I did not see any sense. I did not make sense of anything he said, apart from he really appreciate those fighting for the justice. Some people have had sleepless nights, this, that, this. He brought up a group of management and what's the other name? But since they are fighting, the group is being dissolved. Everybody can approach him individually, this and this. Please, for heaven's sake. Yoruba people have a proverb by saying that it is just one person that will give birth, but it is the whole community that will raise the child. Yes, Mohbad belongs to them as a biological son, but we felt the pain, and that is why we are here now. Some of us are on this platform, New York time. They are supposed to be sleeping, but they are here. Some of us are here in Berlin. By this time, they are supposed to be at the workplace. They are here. Because what? They want to fortify themselves with relevant information, relevant updates as far as this journey of this quest for justice is concerned. Now, in moving forward, I said it 1 hour into this program when the program started. And what did I say? I said in other jurisdiction, and I think the people who are causing this problem are the Nigerian police. And I'm going to repeat it for the benefit of those who are not here by then. In other jurisdiction, when there is even a missing person or when there is a murder, the police will be updating the public. The police will be addressing the press. They will be giving an update. This is what we are doing. In some cases, you see their family member beside them. You see their family member either on the right or on the left. And they will be addressing the press, and they will be updating the public. This is how far we have gone. This is what we are working on. This is what we intend doing. You guys relax. We have not rest. Since the issue of this Mohbad, I stand to be corrected. How many times has the police addressed the public? Either about the autopsy or the toxicology or whatever. None. None. And that is why we are here today. We are here on this platform today. We are here today because of the police, Nigerian police failure to put their due diligence duty. We are here today because they did not stick to the oath of office. That is why we are here today. Because if the police is giving the updates, if the police is addressing the public, I don't even think Baba Mohbad will find himself at Brekete. No. He will not need to go to Brekete, because me and you would have heard or known what the police is up to and their next move and what they intend to do next. I beg all of us, let us be encouraged. I can smell victory. As far as the last Corona inquest is concerned, at least we've heard what we want to hear by the court giving an order that the DNA court order should be served substitutionary on Wunmi.
Aristocrat, please don't fall down, because I can come to lift you up.
And that is a good news. That is a good news for us. So please, let us encourage ourselves and finish the race together. This is not the time for anybody to back down. This is not the time at all. Don't give them victory on the other camp. Don't let them laugh at us on the other side. Let us finish the race together. We started it together, and let us finish it together. I can smell victory. Just like Martin Luther King said many years ago. He said, and I quote, "I had a dream that black man will sit down with a white man one day on the same table and they will be eating together. I have a dream that a black man is going to rule the white man. And I, Bibi, have a dream. I can see a victory. I can see a victory. Yes, I can see some people confessing to the crime. I can see some people asking Nigeria for forgiveness. I can see some people pleading that yes, this is exactly what happened, but please, you guys, forgive me. I can see a confession that yes, Liam does not belong to Mohbad. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I can see some people serving prison terms as far as this justice for Mohbad is concerned. Please, let us all be encouraged and finish the race together so that at the end we can all put on the crown of victory. Thank you for the opportunity, sir.
I have a question for Bibi. Thank you for the words of encouragement. Bibi, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, please.
We are crying for justice. We are putting our time and effort. We are making noise on social media that the Nigerian governor, the constitution, they will hear our voice. But then in that talking, somebody that we're depending on, somebody that we are trusting, that is encouraging us to raise money to help this justice, jump into a middle to discourage us after raising this money. How do you think we are going to feel? How do you think people are going to react to that? That's what I keep asking this question. Are you for real? You are justice for your nephew? Are you for real? You are there for him? I keep asking this question. I have said it from the day I heard about this man. I said it before on somebody else's platform. Are you really for justice? And this is how people mindset are right now. How can we get over it now with this man? Can you just say something on that?
Yeah.
Can I
Love by faith.
Can I quickly make a comment before you answer, so that you can just answer everything? So can I go ahead, please? Thank you very much. Greetings to everyone on the platform. Mr. Aristocrat, thank you for having me up. I appreciate that, and I greet all every commenters down there. I've been away, very busy all day. It's been a very busy day for me. Just getting back into this platform now, and I heard what's going on. I just joined maybe like 15 minutes ago. But from everything, I've been able to gather what might be going on. This morning, I know Bukky Jesse had a show, and she mentioned some things about the what's going on behind the scene that we don't know. And what I gather from what Bukky Jesse said was, she's trying to make us not to be frivolous with the money. She's trying to make sure that the funds paid are used wisely. Remember that she's part of who we're going to hold accountable. We want transparency. She's trying to make sure that the funds are not wasted unnecessarily. And she did make some points about why paying somebody, a lawyer that is not actually functioning in the capacity that we want them, or that we're expecting them to do. Especially now that we have a SAN, don't let us double dip into the funds. It's public funds. If we don't need many lawyers, let's get rid of unnecessary ones and focus on one that can do it. I don't know exactly if that's a wise decision, but it sounds wise to me. Not to waste money is a good decision when you hear someone talking about how not to waste money. How we shouldn't keep on paying somebody exorbitant funds for something that somebody else will do with a much smaller fund. Why paying? Why spending money? Why wasting money? So that sounds like a good talk. What prompted it, I don't know, but she made it clear. Now, from that morning when she made that show, I haven't been around. I've been busy, but now I'm getting back in here and I'm hearing Mr. Muiwa dissolved all the groups. For now, my question is, this group that were dissolved, were they public groups? Did we even know they were functioning? Was any group inaugurated to our Justice for Mohbad that has been following up, agitating, going to platforms, you guys that has been hosting and, foot soldiers? Are you aware of any groups being formed? Another question is, what effect has this group been? If there's a group that were formed, it must have been for some purpose. If nobody feels the purpose, nobody's aware that some groups were formed, nobody feels, or it's not that it's like there weren't ever a group. If you formed a group that is not making an impact, then you don't have a functioning group. So when you come out and say you dissolve the groups, I don't know why that should culminate into some people saying they're opting out. You formed a group. We didn't feel the impact. We don't know what they're doing. We don't know their modus operandi. We don't know what they are, targeting, or what each group is meant to focus on or to address? We don't know. And now you're coming out to say they are dissolved. So whether they are still active or dissolved, it does not make no difference as far as I'm concerned. So it's better it's even dissolved. If there are groups that is not making an impact, what is the benefit of that group? Now, having said that, I want to say there is absolutely, except if there's something else that I didn't catch, absolutely no reason why we should opt out. We forget one thing, that what united all of us together is justice for Mohbad. And it wasn't as if someone wrote a memo and passed it to the next and to the next, and we received emails of a memo that, listen, let us all come out and gather together to fight justice for Mohbad. No. There is a spiritual thing. It's much more than physical. What binded us together, what motivated us, what brought us out is that bond, that hurt, that pain we felt at the death of a young chap, a champion, somebody that God created for a purpose. And we all know that he didn't fulfill his mandate. He didn't fulfill his purpose. We can see. It's so obvious. It's spiritual. Everybody rose. Nobody called one person. We all just gathered in united front to fight for justice for Mohbad. So if that should be the case, why would this dissolution of a group, forming of a group, affect us? Stop us from moving, forging ahead? Listen, when we are on a course, we shouldn't forget that we're on a battlefield. We are. So there will be opposition, both seen and unseen. So it is expected that there'll be gallops, there'll be pit holes when you're driving. It's not a smooth one. This is one of them. It's a hiccup. We'll get over it. We'll move on. If it's so smooth, then there won't be so much fighting. We are united to win, not united to fall. There shouldn't be any reason why we should bail out. No. Let's encourage one another. We keep on fighting and we keep on winning together. Whatever, I'm sorry with the noise that you might be hearing underneath. What should be our main purpose is, how do we move on? Now, I want to say this. Papayana has been mentioning this. I wish Young Daddy was here. I wanted to say it in his presence. I think that whatever these groups may be, or whatever function or areas they may be asked to handle, to man in this cause of justice for Mohbad, which we don't know, whatever it is, one thing I think would be a good idea is that let there be a forum where information can be disseminated to everybody. That means whatever, whether there is a formation of a group or there is none, whatever they may be doing behind the curtain or closed doors by those at the helm of affairs, be it the legal group, be it the whatever group or no group, whatever decisions, let it be passed on to a particular platform. And the best platform would be Baba Mohbad's platform. I heard he has a page, a TikTok page. I think he has a Facebook page too. So that if there's anything that every host need to know to disseminate to their groups or people that come in on their platform, they would get it from there. They can visit there every day. Everybody can visit there every day. Oh, this is the new lawyer on board. His name is so. He's blah blah blah. We can read about him or a little thing about him. Paste it there. Everybody knows the lawyer. Or whatever the public needs to know, let's put it there on Baba Mohbad's platform. So that there will not be a dichotomy, kind of, people hearing this halfway, hearing that this way. I mean, and then carrying on, complete information or half information. It will be, a correct information from a good source, which is one platform. Baba Mohbad's platform. He does not have to handle it himself. Somebody else might be handling that platform for him. Or it might not even be his platform. Let there be just one where everybody will go and get the same information. Oh, there's going to be a GoFundMe, the pasty there. So if there are deliberations that needed to be made, we go there. We get it. We put in our, ideas. So there will be uniformity everywhere. There won't be discord and some people getting discouraged. So at the end of the day, what I just want to say is, please don't let us let the dissolution of groups, don't let it deter us. What we're fighting for is much more than just physical. It's not that it's not a playground. We are on a mission. We are soldiers, and you host. You are generals in this battle, major generals. You are soldiers. We can't back down. We got to move on until we get to justice. Like Mr. Bibi said, justice is assured. Will we get it? Will we get it? As long as we believe, we will get it. As long as we don't deter, as long as we are not discouraged, as long as we don't back off. Even when people got to the Red Sea and the people of God got to the Red Sea and they thought they couldn't pass, that's the end of them. God parted the sea now and they walked through. Don't let us give up. No matter what. We want to know who killed Mohbad. We want to know how he died. We want to know all hidden things concerning his death. That boy will not just die for nothing. And some people will just sit down and rip off what he sweated for. He didn't stay around to eat his sweat. He didn't stay around to take care of his parents the way he ought to. Look at all this money flowing into his account or whatever they said the money is coming from. And it's not here. Some people will sit down and take all of that. That's not even the issue. Who killed him? Who cut short his life? It could be my child. He's the same age with my last born. It could be anybody's child. It could be anybody's brother. It could be anybody's, child. Let's keep forging ahead. Let us encourage one another. Whatever Mr. Muiwa may be doing, whatever, even if he says he's not doing today, it's not enough for us to stop or be discouraged. We move on. Thank you very much.
Anyway, Dr. Esther Dai, I think
I think it's my speak to speak. Bibi, I think it's my turn to speak.
The name is Dr. Esther Dia, D-I-Y-A.
Please hold on. I think you need to apologize to me, and this is why. When Love by Faith, can you guys hear me? When Love by Faith asks a question, I jotted it down and I needed to answer it, and you said no, I should hold on so I can answer yours as well. And you take the speech from me for 12 minutes, and I think that is not fair.
Okay. I took the speech from you. I apologize if you felt disturbed by that. I just felt, let me put this in so that you can now come up, and because you have so much more to say, and I just felt, let me just say my piece. Because
just apologize and let's move on. Now you're making it another
12, 13 minutes. Please hold on, Miss Lady Aries. I'm still speaking, please. Let's respect one another, please. So I apologize, and I didn't mean to take that much time.
I mean, it's part of respect to respect other people's time. Okay. Just apologize. Let's go on.
Okay, Miss Lady Aries, I told you, these are adults speaking. Please respect
Lady
yourself
Aries,
and let's answer the question. Okay?
And Mr. Bibi. Mr. Bibi, apology accepted?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
No, it is an adult platform.
Dr. Dia. Now, Mr. Bibi, go ahead with your final submission.
Let me answer. Love by faith is not here.
Ask a question. She's not here again.
Let me answer her question, then I will round up. So, her question was, do you think Mr. Muyiwa actually wants justice for his nephew? That was what Love by Faith asks. Love by Faith, if you can hear me, look, don't be surprised. And that is why I did not dwell too much on Mr. Muyiwa. I have listened to Mr. Muyiwa on 4 or 5 occasions. I've heard him speak, and I've heard him talk, and I'm not trying to attack its intelligence or his personality, but for me, this is a gentleman that even struggled to speak English. If I have to descend on that path. And Love by Faith, look, don't be surprised. Even the Bible says, for those of us who believe in the Holy Book, when the children of God gathered, the children, Satan was among them. And the Bible makes us to understand that there are some sheep in a wolf cloth. Am I making a point? And the third point I want to make, Love by Faith, Mohbad's PA, it is his own blood. And he happens to be in that house when all these incidents happen. If not for anything, we are told that blood is thicker than water. If everybody is hiding anything, he should be the one talking. He should be on our side. But what do we see? He sold his birthright. So Love by Faith, don't be surprised. Sometimes these things happen. People pretend. Now, Dr. Esther, let me come to your question. There is this popular musician in Ghana called Osibisa. I don't know if anybody is familiar with the name Osibisa. I am not good. I have a terrible voice when it comes to singing. But in one of their song, it goes like, we are going, and we know we are going. We will get there. I forget the words. But what they are literally saying is, the road might be far, but we definitely know that as we are going together, we will surely get there. What is the point? The point is, we will surely get justice. I asked a question 1 hour into this program. That was around 6 o'clock West African time. I said, why is the coroner inquest adjournment is always 1 month, 1 month? Can't this issue be treated expeditiously? Because this is a case of public interest. And Dr. Esther, you said it all. You said the hosts, all the hosts, they are general. And we as a soldiers, we don't have to give up. I share in that belief. This is not time to opt out. No, 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 no. We cannot accept failure. We cannot give them victory. We cannot let them laugh. We are in together, and together we shall win. When this group was formed, we had it, but what was the significance of the group? What was the achievement for the time that they were even being, the group was functioning? I challenge anybody to come and tell us one achievement of the group. Nothing, none.
Sorry to bother you, sir. Please, sir, can we just try to go straight to the point? Because people are losing the thoughts right now. We are stretching this too much. The topic, let's go straight to the point of the topic. You know, we all know about all this stuff, right? How do we move forward from here? Mr. Muyiwa is perambulating, you know, cancelling all the groups. What is the way forward, please?
My brother, the way forward...
Hold on, please. Mr. Bibi, try to round up. Then I can, you know, turn things around, please.
Thank you. And please.
Bibi, I thought you were just going to answer.
And please.
What's her name question? I thought you were just going to answer somebody's question.
Panelists, listen to me. I will interject when I want to interject. Please take your turn. You understand? So that no one else will interject during your time. But going forward, we'll be running over, so I'll be giving each person 5 minutes each.
Yeah.
Not you, Mr. Bibi. You have 2 minutes left to round up. So once we go, we start for 5 minutes. And we're going. Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much, sir. Let me round up by saying, let's continue the fight. We don't have to give up. We don't have to back down. We are here for justice. Not until we get the justice, we are not going to sleep. And just like I said earlier on, I smell victory. And very soon, we shall all wear the crown of victory. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bibi. What more can I say? You have been able to encapsulate everything as much as you can. But stay on. Madam Maris, your turn.
Madam Maris, wow.
Oh, sorry.
Here before Lady Harris.
Really?
Yeah.
Moderator, how did you
What John said he's before me. John is before me.
John, okay.
John is before me.
John, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, everybody.
We greet you.
My own point is from what happened this night. This evening, I have opportunity to listen to what Bukky Jesse said this morning. And from what I heard from Bukky Jesse, I come to understand what Mr. Muyiwa actually come out for this night as well. Because from what I heard from Bukky Jesse, I believe they have one issue between the legal system, which is Mr. Odumosu. Bukky Jesse actually explained that Mr. Muyiwa wanted to negotiate 2 million naira for Mr. Odumosu on the issue of submitting the application on toxicology. Is it no autopsy? And Bukky Jesse said she explained to him that 2 million naira is too much for them to negotiate, Now, why can't they go for 1 million naira? And later, they said they had meeting, and I believe the meeting was between Mr. Muyiwa himself and the likes of Crush Queen and Chairman. So I believe there was an disagreement between them based on the issue of that monetary negotiation. Those Crush Queen and Co did not go well with him on the issue of 2 million. I think they said they negotiate for 1 million, and Odumosu insisted on 2 million naira. And she said, how can Odumosu collect 2 million when he's even staying in UK and is not going to be available for the case by himself? He's going to send someone down to come and represent him on the matter. Why are they going for 2 million? And Bukky Jesse and Crush Queen, Chairman and Co are on it. I believe they did not reach an agreement. To me, I believe this is part of the reason why all this thing is happening. So if this is what is happening, I believe there is nothing like transparency in what Mr. Muyiwa is doing at all. So people need to believe and begins to know what is really happening behind what he comes to do this night. It is not all about they have disagreement between one group or the other. No. And you can see that Annie whatsoever that first talk after he made this speech made it clear that they never have any argument. It was only because they said they don't want to merge with anybody or stuff like that. And if that is the issue, I don't believe it is up to the extent of saying is no longer having any team or whatever. To me, I believe they want to use that as opportunity to dissolve all the groups so that they can have the full power to manipulate and do whatever they want without anybody questioning or checking them for anything. And these are the same people that comes to his rescue when the issue of GoFundMe started. Now you said in a speech that he doesn't even know when they formed the group. And these are the people that come out, go all the platform to beg people to support the GoFundMe. People now supported and started donating money to the account. Now you come up again to say that you dissolve the group. Who does that? And someone will now tell me that he has not seen anything that the group has done so far. When they are going up and down every day and night, morning and afternoon, in the night as well, trying to convince people, is that not enough work for them to do? So for me, I believe the issue is beyond all the issue of merging group or whatever. They are having the issue of power. Who is going to control? I'm in charge. You can't tell me what to do. Anything I want to do, I will do it. You can't challenge my authority. That is what I smell in what is happening. So Mr. Muyiwa, I believe his transparency is questionable in every aspect. So from there, I don't even believe Mr. Muyiwa even need justice for Mohbad. I don't believe he needs the justice. All he wants is to know one way or the other to convince people to support the GoFundMe. If anything comes up, fine. If nothing, it's not losing on anywhere. So that is the area I'm seeing the issue from. He's trying to be on the safer side. He doesn't want to lose. And that is why he's saying from the beginning is not even trying to support or donate any money in the GoFundMe at the beginning. People need to force him that that is going around to people to convince them to donate money in the GoFundMe. You have not even donated anything.
Mr. John,
force him to donate.
Sorry, Mr. John.
Yeah.
He opened the you see, if you want to create GoFundMe, you need to put a seed. You need to put money. So if you go to that GoFundMe, the first contribution was that of Famuyiwa, and it was because he created the GoFundMe. That is the only money that he has
is
there.
The $40?
Yes.
The $40, is it his name?
Yes, that was his money, the first money, because he created the account. That is the only money that he has there.
No.
And if you check the
account
dates,
was created by Lighton, not him.
Lighton, Baba. Not Lighton.
Aristo, the account was created on January by Lady Lighton and a group.
No Lighton.
You see, John, when...
No. What is going on here? Sleep. Not Lighton. Accept the correction.
When Arito talks, I talk with information. Muyiwa himself, please, everybody mute. Muyiwa himself, the day we were discussing about that GoFundMe, when I shared the link and I said, I got a link on GoFundMe, and we were discussing about it. We brought him online and he explained everything about how the GoFundMe was set up. Lighton said our own, but he came and made some clarification. And he said he created the GoFundMe months before, but he did not use it. When Lighton discussion about GoFundMe came up, Lighton wanted to create one for our friends in New York or in America. But he later said they should use his own, since he has created one already that is an account GoFundMe for Justice for Mohbad. That was how this very GoFundMe account they're using came about. Secondly, it is Famuyiwa's account that is linked to that account. So at the end of all the GoFundMe, the money goes to his account after the platform might have taken the tax and their own commission. You understand now? So yes. The first $40 in it was the money he paid to open that account then. Because if you create a GoFundMe, you must put money there. Then others will be putting money. You understand?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
I do. I thought it is Lighton that opened it.
Lighton is putting a name there as part of the people because, you know, that was what they wanted to do. But by and large, whatever money that is in that account goes to Famuyiwa's account.
Okay, so
you understand?
What is really happening, to my own thinking, is that they are having issue about the Odumosu and autopsy issue, and the issue is the issue have started since yesterday, as I think, and they have not even resolved the issue up till now before they come out to come and dissolve the other group or whatever they are dissolving. And if they dissolve,
can you please
group,
round up because you passed your first time?
Now they dissolve the group, fine, but who is going to pass information to the people that they wanted to come and convince to support the GoFundMe? I believe it is quite important for him to think about that, not that he will come out that anybody that want to have any information should come to him directly. How many people did he want to attend to in a day? And it's not even always on social media. He even said that. So I believe Baba Mohbad needs to know more about all this thing that is happening on social media before it get out of hand.
All right. Thank you very much. Please, I would like to take a few break. So, Lady Harris, I know you know your socks, and you are the one coming up now. But let's take a little musical break, and we'll be back maybe in 3 minutes, so that all work and no play makes me dull. I believe it's the same for everybody. Sure?
More music on Trendy Beat.
All right, we're back. Just a little break. It's been very interesting. Wow. It's been 6 hours. Anyways, now, I think the cogent thing now is, if we look at the banner, so where do we go from here? We know the problems. Where do we go from here? Lady Harris, or not calling you?
First of all,
Go
the
down
music. First of all, good evening, good morning, everybody. I greet you all according to your time zone. First of all, I didn't like the break before I came on because I was coming with fire. But that music kind of cool off my tension.
That's good.
And then I was like, 3 minutes, so it's it, Tony, 3 minutes, so it's it. I was looking at Anyway, that was a good one. So where do we go from here? I think we just have to go home and get back to our normal lives. I think I'm trying to, I'm coming to that resolution.
And you think you can go to your normal life?
It's going to be tough, but I think it's going to be a reality resolution. And a few things that most of the things I want to say, I don't know. It looks like John kind of said everything I wanted to say hot. He said it in a very cool,
persuasive way, Abby.
Bedroom voice of his. I wish I can talk like that, but I don't think it's gonna.
You don't get crush you. A bedroom voice.
No, I said John. Did I say BB? John.
Okay, John. Okay, sorry.
John. Yes.
John don't have PS. BB.
I know, it's so soothing. So soothing. So to me, I think it's a strategy that Muyiwa have done. I know him since I think early October or mid-October. Now that he dissolved all the groups, no group will be able to stand up to his challenge. That means I'll just go to him individually. Mr. Muyiwa, Chatishe autopsy. Yes. He will probably call somebody else's name and, say this person has asked him and I don't think it's a good move. I really wanted him to step down, but not like dissolve the group. I like the aspect of Crunchy and what is his name, Chairman, because right now everybody is just lingering. You can reach Baba and Muyiwa is just going to be, I think once you double so we should just slowly going back to our normal lives. And I listened to some of what he said, and he deserved everything, but he didn't deserve the GoFundMe, right? Now he didn't deserve the GoFundMe. Nobody can actually go to him now and say, okay, nobody will ask him. So no, he will not take a group call. He will only take, I cannot be in a group call with aristocrats, John, Jacob, and Pariano, everybody, and speak to him, because that will become a group and he won't speak in a group call. So you only want to speak in an individual call. So and Ogbonji Bitini, Kafi, and Seno, Ugmolumonabanji for Kawati. And I will say it, I've said it in the past to his face, a man that is not straightforward, that is not truthful, that is corny, that is scamming, and that is poor. You can't trust him with money in your account. You can't. Now, very soon, he's going to change his number when the money is cashed out. And I will put money.
Let me say something.
Go ahead.
I want to, talk technically from what Famuyiwa said. He said 2 people came to him with group and he told them to go on. And because everyone was talking about